Stop.
Starting off with technical difficulties again. I think it was just middle of the road this time, but we're live there now. I got the green check mark. What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday. Happy Music Lovers Day. Happy $3 bill day, y'all.
$3 bill day.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We would love that. We're going to get into some rockabilly music here in just a moment. Let's go.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music
Lovers Only.
Hey.
Triple dog dare you. Coach is playing with the new setup. Sontia's still getting dolled up, ready for it. But it's Wednesday. It's $3 bill day, y'all, because this day, July 1st, 1997, our boys from Florida, Limp Bizkit, released their album, $3 Bill.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was just a fun, non-rockabilly related tidbit of information for you.
But it was necessary. It was necessary. All Limp Bizkit information is necessary.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
all Limp Bizkit related information. They got a new album coming per Wes Borland, I think, and Fred's still just Fredding around, and that's awesome.
What would Limp Bizkit's rockabilly name be? Like Limpity Bit Biscuit?
Just Limp Bizkit would work. Maybe Limp Biscuits and Gravy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there you go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, but I'm back from a road trip, and on the way home, I just listened to my like songs on random, and a lot of rockabilly came on. Not any of it that I listened to made it on my list. I will say that, because rockabilly is kind of loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
It really is. It started in like the 1920s and the 1930s. I mean, not the name, but the blending of rock music and country music is where we get the rockabilly name.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the name got coined for, almost a decade later, but it was in the 50s, the late 1950s with the surgence of hot rod culture and Rat Fink, and it grew in popularity with Mr. Elvis Presley. Coach and I were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are artists that really defined it, and of course Elvis just kind of made it popular because everybody loved Elvis at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so he made it popular, and then it's had its resurgence. There's a culture in, I think, Japan of who emulate the 1950s rockabilly styles and sounds and do shows, and that was pretty neat. And it's evolved into the modern times. It's got a couple subgenres, psychobilly and gothabilly. And I enjoy both of them. I had a lot of both of those already on there, but it was fun kind of going down the history of it and trying to figure out. And I went and listened to some of the bands and artists that were shaping doing the blending.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until 1950 that the vocals and everything came in to give it that sound that we now know as rockabilly.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I might have,
the more you forget.
That I was struggling to understand what rockabilly was exactly when I found out Buddy Holly was. And
he had a couple songs. Okay.
It's just, no, I was just on like a rockabilly playlist, and there was like Buddy Holly, and I'm like, get out of here, with your not rockabilly ass.
He had one or two that were close, and to me, rockabilly's got to have something to do with the hot rods because they just all kind of intertwined, and it was those greasers and those hot rodders who were getting into the rockabilly and trying to, they were growing. They outgrew the bebop of the at the hop do 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 do. That was what was prior to the rockabilly. Is they were hopping and bopping, but this was still just the evolution of that into like the older culture. They graduated high school. They need something a little more edgy.
Right. Right. And the subject matter is definitely more edgy. About a lot of the songs that I heard were they weren't like they were enough. they were enough to let everybody know what you're talking about. But I found a whole lot. And I was surprised at how big of an influence rockabilly is outside of the United States.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was insane. So I got a little bit of old, a little bit of new. And then we'll see. I'm pretty excited.
I think in the 50s, there was still a lot of UK bands that were, I mean, they heard what Elvis was doing. I mean, except Elvis was the one who popularized it. So once they heard that, they were trying to emulate that sound. And like I said, he borrowed it, stole it, whatever, just like the, the other people before him. Because like I said, it started in the 20s. The concept started in like the late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
It took 25 years to percolate and roll down that hill until it said, oh yeah, well, let's do this. And then everybody jumped on board and was like, yes, we love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The popularization of it. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry, y'all. I just finished eating a plate of food and then got on here and then it was time to go. So y'all going to have to give me about 4 more minutes to figure out what I'm doing with my life.
It was right up my alley. It was big. It was a lot of big bands. It was a lot of loud music, a lot of strings, a lot of horns. So it was easy for me. I mean, definitely different to start. I didn't find the right playlist to start, and there's definitely stuff I didn't like in there, but no, just enjoyable. I was able to listen to this one running. It's good enough music to make you do that, but also, you get some upbeat with also a mix of like songs with the message, I guess, a little bit, but also some sadness. And I mean, there's just all mixed. And I found the psychobilly stuff you were talking about and kind of enjoyed that myself.
Yeah. Well, that's it. In the beginning, I think it was kind of like the rock and backbeat drums of the rock and roll kind of mixed with that walking bass line of the country. And they kind of sped it all up just a little bit. And then the surf style guitar, that surf music is almost, if it wasn't already a genre, it would be rockabilly. But, the surf music didn't have a lot of vocals. It was usually just instrumentals. So they kind of just threw vocals over surf rock. And like I said, added that walking bass line and that rocking backbeat. And then that became rockabilly.
Sounds like a good night, Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradley's out here rockabillying on his porch.
Indeed.
I think it incorporates a lot. It's a huge genre. I feel like so much can be considered rockabilly. So much.
Yeah.
And
that's why I got into some questions of like social distortion and a couple others that definitely had stuff that were, but then I don't remember who. Poor Man's Poison. There was like a couple songs on there, that I wanted to use, but the internet kept telling me they weren't rockabilly. But boy, when I listen to it, it gives me the same vibe as the music I was just listening to. So,
yeah, I think genres. I'm not a fan of genres. We know this. I think I've said that 100 times. It's good music, Well, Coach, do you got the spinner handy? And hopefully we can give Sontia another 4 more minutes, another 2 more minutes at least.
Non-Sontia one, and then we could have. Good. Let's say, cheers. My camera's all backwards. It's throwing me off. I got to get that fixed too.
That's crazy.
It's backwards. Here we go.
Is it? I don't know. Do the names look right?
Yeah, it looks right here.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I can read cats behind you. Yeah.
That's weird. Maybe it's just backwards to me.
I think there's a button.
No, I know I could flip
any
around.
buttons right now.
It seems like it would be weirder. So, anyways, I enjoyed this. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, there were some days I didn't put as many days into this as I probably should have. I didn't start listening until Sunday, and kind of would have been fine starting earlier. But my number 5, that could have used all 5 by them, but I think I only ended up using one. I'm gonna go with the Cramps. They were all over. They were kind of my style of rockabilly. I would say almost every song I listened to by them I enjoyed. The one I went with for number 5 is Bikini Girls with Machine Guns. Because a little bit of the punk mixed with, because I could imagine Kevin or a punk band doing that song. The music definitely makes it rockabilly, but the title, the lyrics, it makes it punk. So
they've got a few Rat Fink, which, like I said, that's all part of the culture.
Oh yeah,
and a few other songs that they do that's rockabilly influenced, spiced up a little bit, maybe. Kevinismed.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoy them. I definitely will be listening to some more Cramps. My number 4, I just love the names too. Like I would say that Rockabilly might have did the best band names. I like unique band names. I love Bumpin' Uglies. I love just unique bands. This one will fit that. This is the Hillbilly Moon Explosion, and this song's Depression. Songs rockabilly as they come, and just as good as they come. So, and that band name is just as good as they come. So,
I mean, you got to have. I have high expectations for that song just because of the name. Like that is
they have some bigger, like louder songs, I guess you would call them. But that's super good song hits on a lot of different levels, especially if like you're a person that feels that, So, anyways, my number 3, another freaking good name, a great song, a cool car, a little bit of scary magic. This one's Southern Culture on the Skids, and my song's Voodoo Cadillac. Killer song, man. Just a cool song, man.
That was on the tentative list.
I want to see that Cadillac. This is making me so excited.
Enjoyed that song. I think that there was a couple of these I would kill to find like a music video or something for. Not a lot of these bands had music videos, come to find out. The next band on my list, I believe, does have some videos. They're behind me. They're still touring. The Stray Cats. And I'm just gonna go with the Stray Cat Strut because that's about as rockabilly as you get, and that's like a rockabilly dance to go along with it, and just a cool down ass song, man. So
didn't they revamp rockabilly in the 1980s, like 1985 or 1986, something like that? They just kind of brought it back.
Yeah, and I think that album was 80 something, I think, and I think they were UK.
Yeah.
So I think that it's had its waves since it started.
It's crazy how, like you said, like Sontia was saying, how big some of these bands are elsewhere, and their music's big. And you kind of, again, when you first said rockabilly, I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna try to find a bunch of new stuff. And there is newer stuff, but I instantly, as soon as I turned it on, I'm like, oh, that's just the station I listened to in 1985 with my dad or my grandpa's 50s station. It was all that same stuff. It's Elvis, it's all that stuff. So none of mine were on this, except for my number 1. This song, great song today. It was already on my playlist. Didn't even really think about it being rockabilly, but it's about as rockabilly as you get. To me, one of the coolest songs. This song is by Dave Edmunds, and it's I Hear You Knocking.
Oh yeah,
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Just a good ass song.
Well, what I noticed is there was a lot of covers. I mean, they've been, people have since covered these songs a lot. Yeah. There was a couple songs that I was like, what? I thought such and such did that song originally. No, it was in the 50s. It was done in the 50s. And I was like, damn, this is a better version. The original is a better version. So I found a few of those.
Well, that's my 5.
Yay!
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that version of what Hear You Knocking.
Yeah, the original. Oh God, was it? It's not Johnny Lee Hooker that did it first. Yeah, but it was a blues man. I remember it was a blues man that did it because that's a cover that I do.
That's what I say. I know I've heard you do it. I've heard a bunch of people do it. I mean, it's been
covered 100,000 times.
100 times, but this version is just as cool as it is. So,
oh yeah, I bet Rockabilly'd out. It sounds really cool.
Hell yeah.
Does it have a stand-up bass?
I think it does.
That makes it even more so.
I enjoyed my list, everybody. I enjoyed my list, and I hope you guys do too.
Sweet.
Good list.
I'm gonna spin because I think it's Sontia's turn now.
I think it is. Let's see if it lands on me.
Nope.
Hey, it's me.
I gotta say that's probably the first time that's ever happened when somebody wanted to maybe go last and actually got to. So
no, I don't care. I Coach had me puckering with a few of them. I was like, dang.
I kind of figured. I knew you would like the Cramps. I knew you'd like Stray Cats. I knew, so I was a little worried that I would get some from you.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of the Stray Cats. I would have went with a different song. It didn't make my list, and then there were some other ones. But I'm gonna start my number 5 with to me, in my opinion, the guy who really coined the sound, brought all of that stuff from the 30 years in the past, you know, speeding up the sound just a little bit and all that stuff. And then he added these kind of raspy vocals so much that somebody covered him and emulated him and made it popular. But my song is Boppin' the Blues by Carl Perkins. And this is a 1957 album, the dance album. And like I said, this wasn't the song that Elvis covered and then blew up on and then made it very popular. Blue Suede Shoes, I think, was that song. And again, that was one of those ones that it was coining the sound. But Carl Perkins, all of his music in that era was honing the sound and just making its way to what we know as rockabilly.
Oh yeah, and he was killing it in the 50s too. That was like every list. There was like 8 songs by Carl Perkins.
Yeah. And but like I said, that's what kind of, I mean, it pisses me off that Elvis, you know, stole his glory, you know, with his song. And I mean, I'm sure he got paid, and he still did good, but I mean, he should have been Elvis. Carl Perkins should be the king, man. Let's take a revote on that one.
You can't swing those hips, man. That's
he had his dances. He had his dances because he would every night he would kind of just do his dances and see what kind of stuck with the crowd, you know. And then he must have not shook as good as Elvis. He must.
Oh no, Elvis was high. Carl Perkins is all right.
Elvis, all right, okay.
My number 4 is a cover. He covered it the same year as the original came out, and the song is called "Red Hot" by Billy Lee Riley, 1957 single. And the same year, Billy the Kid Emerson recorded it. He wrote it and recorded it, and his version is definitely not rockabilly. But Billy Lee's version is, again, right up there with Perkins. Like I said, I don't know who came first with the sound, but the vocals are graspy, you know. I mean, it's my gal is red hot, you know. I mean, it's taking that at the hop, but you know, making it edgy. And good song. Parallels Mr. Perkins there. And my number 3, Ooby Dooby by Roy Orbison.
Why?
Because it's Roy freaking Orbison. We do not talk about Roy Orbison enough on this podcast. And I needed to work him in there. That's a great song. I love Roy Orbison. Dad was a big fan. So Roy Orbison has always been near and dear to my heart. But I didn't know much about him. I wouldn't have known he was spawned from the rockabilly. He was spawned from the rockabilly. Them first couple albums, he was rockabilly, and then his sound kind of evolved into just, he's Roy freaking Orbison. He can do what he wants. Pretty woman. But the Ooby Dooby is just a fun song. It's just fun to say Ooby Dooby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Number 2 had me puckering, Coach, because you had mentioned the Southern Culture on the Skids off of the 1995 album Dirt Track Date. And I would consider this definitely psychobilly.
Yeah.
And my song is Camel Walk.
Okay.
Because I gotta walk like a cat. That song has been on my favorites list, like songs, for 100 years. And it's what the opening line is, baby, will you eat that snack cake in that special outfit for me? You make me walk like a camel. It's got a little bit of grunge, definitely got the hillbilly sound and the rockabilly sound. And again, this was 95, so it's making its rounds. I don't think it ever went anywhere. It's just always had kind of a niche group of followers. I mean, not everybody likes it. From my post this morning, some people hate it, some people love it, some people are with it.
Yeah. I haven't heard that song in forever.
My number 1 is from the gothabilly genre, I would call it, and it's a Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying by the Kings of Nothing, 1999 album, Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. And again, it plays up a little the fun, but it's just fun to see how every generation, brings what they take from the last generation, the previous generations, how they make it their own. I would say it's very Cramps-esque. I would say they're definitely in the vein. And like I said, I don't know what category I would put Cramps in if I had to, psychobilly or gothabilly.
I found them to begin with. It was like in psychobilly, but they were also all over this rockabilly mix list that I found too. So yeah, I think say a bunch of their stuff would just be, but I mean, yeah, because they play that harder rock. That's what I think.
Monsters. I mean, I kind of remember maybe they're like the godfathers of the gothabilly. Maybe they were the ones who, I could be wrong, because I think they were 70s, the Cramps, mid 70s.
I don't know if it'll get us in trouble. In my screen, you can actually see the USA soccer game going on up here. So I don't know where that falls on the rules.
Nobody would have noticed.
Nobody look at that.
They're up 2-0, by the way. So
yay.
Good list. Great list.
I'm done. I'm done. Mic drop. I'm going home.
That was well, you had 2 bands, that I listened to a bunch lately. And so, yeah, good list. I'm excited for Sontia's list.
Yeah.
Right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
You got anything important to say before I cut you off?
Nope.
All right, now this motherfucker's trying to, okay? Now he's trying. He's actively trying, okay?
Gotta have fun with life, man. Why so serious? Why so serious?
Oh my God. Anyhow.
Square Dance was the creator of rockabilly, is what the infinite knowledge machine of Kevin Hansen says.
Yeah. I can see that.
Is Square Dance a band, or are we just talking about dance, like the dancing Square Dance?
I don't know.
I interpreted it as just the whole Square Dance culture, because you have to have a badass band to go square dance, and you're square dancing because there's a badass band.
I would think Rockabilly would be the creator of Square Dance then, because how would you have started square dancing without Rockabilly if that's I'm just, again, Kevin will have to do a show about it sometime.
Yeah, at some point, Kevin is going to have to straighten all of this out.
We can elaborate. We can elaborate Sunday.
Okay.
Rockabilly with freaking fiddles would be insane. Did anybody have songs with fiddles? Because I'm looking at my list now, and I was like, "Is there a fiddle in any of this?"
Well, like I said, that them years before the 1950, that country kind of borderlined rockabilly. But it was, and obviously had fiddles. It was just, I don't know. Like I said, there is a lot of gray areas in the beginning.
I think the biggest difference is really how they sing too. I mean, also like it's hard to describe, but it wasn't a ton of that drawl country singing.
Yeah, there was a lot of enunciation and weird noises.
I enjoyed it, guys. So
I like that I tricked you a little bit with you're like, I'm never doing country, and I'm like, how about rockabilly?
Well, I could do hillbillies and I can do rock because I happen to be a little bit of both. So,
man, like rockabilly is country's Rasta cousin. All right. Anyways, number one, rockabilly. When I first started looking for it, I was thinking it was all going to be like 1950s, the same guy over and over, same music over and over again. And then once I really got into it, there was a couple of songs that I recognized that were rockabilly songs by other artists that were actually written or by, well, all the songs were generally written by somebody else, but it was performed first by just different artists, like black artists. There were a lot of songs that were performed by black artists, and then after that they just didn't get the traction because they didn't have the audience, and so they just took it and redid it. And one of these is actually Fujiyama Mama, who it was popularized by Wanda Jackson, but it was originally sung by Ernestine Allen. And if you listen to this recording, like I had to make sure that it wasn't AI at first, because I was like, oh man, they AI'd the original song or whatever else. Yeah. But it was recorded by Capitol Records. Both of those tracks were actually recorded by Wanda and Ernestine by Capitol Records, and the sound quality was insane on both of them. Like Capitol Records, I don't know what they're doing now, but you guys did a hell of a good job in the 50s. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Fujiyama Mama was also not really popular because it's nasty. It's talking about it was too sexual is what it is. Some of the lyrics are the same I did to them, baby, I could do to you, because I'm a Fujiyama Mama and I'm just about to blow my top. And it just kind of kept it off the radio. It was hot in Japan, so that was cool. I don't know that it made it to number one, but it was super popular. So that's my number one.
Okay.
My number two is going to be by another black artist. And the reason why I found him was because I was listening to it, and then I was like, are there what are the more non-popular rockabilly songs? Because all of this sounds like something I already heard again. And this was by Amos Wilburn, and it's Chicken Shack Boogie. And his genre that he sung this in is called chump blues. So that's what I was thinking. Every time I would hear a little bit of rockabilly, I'd be like, what the hell is considered like chump blues? What I really like about Wilburns is he started off as a sophisticated jazz artist. Like he wore a suit and shit. Yeah. And one day he was like, you know what I want to do is some boogie woogie. And he became super popular when he just all of a sudden switched to rockabilly, pre-rockabilly, because he started what he was doing in 1948. So this was like an influence of whatever influenced rockabilly.
Yeah.
And it was magnificent. It's such a fun song. It's about going and finding some place to party and eat and try not to get killed, which are my favorite places to go.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Little Richard and Chuck Berry were on a lot of rockabilly lists, but I don't think, I don't think they rockabilly,
I don't know. Like there was a couple of Little Richard ones that definitely, especially once you explain the rules of it to me, would definitely fall in the category. I mean, it had that country sound with rock, and I mean, so
yeah, I think Little Richard's got too much piano for rockabilly. I think Chuck Berry, like I said, I mean that was the precursor. You know, I mean he was in that gray area before, because I can't remember when we went through it and I butchered the years before when we were talking about Chuck Berry last. So I don't remember when he
Chuck Berry hot tub or Chuck Berry pre-hot tub. Oh.
Was there a hot tub? Did I miss a hot tub incident?
Yeah, I think there's a story.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with pre. I don't know. But anyways, continue on.
Wait, what's the hot tub story?
I got to do some research. Let me do my research before I do it.
Okay, because I was like, he didn't drown in a hot tub because
no.
But yeah, when I think about those artists, I think about Jerry Lee Lewis too. He's not on my list, but he's considered rockabilly. And him and Little Richard and Chuck Berry were like they had the same vibe essentially.
Yeah.
So
again, I would argue too much piano.
Yeah. All right. So number 3 actually has a bunch of piano in it. It has a ton of fucking piano. This is one of the situations that I found is how popular rockabilly music is overseas right now, or like within the last 3 years is this one. It's by the Cellmates, and their song is called Rockabilly Feeling, and they are from Slovakia. Yeah. And it looks like they released an album in 2012 at first, but this one, the Cellmate, the Rockabilly Feeling, gained a lot of traction in 2022 or 2023. Oh my goodness. And they tour all over in just different areas. They're super popular in their country, and it is badass. Like the way that they interpret rockabilly is more akin to blues. Like it seems like almost more rockabilly than rockabilly here in the States. And of course, they're not just channeling, like they're not just actually playing the music. They're channeling like the feeling of it. So it's how they interpret people would feel while they're playing this music, also while playing this music, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, so that is my number 3. My number 4 is by the Backyard Casanovas, and then they are in Germany. And they have this song called Big Fat Mama from 2024. And Big Fat Mama, he's just talking about he got a big old girl and he loves her. He says she keeps me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And he's my big fat mama. And what's so cool is you can hear the German accent a little bit. So he's singing, and they have beautiful voices. They're playing the hell out of these instruments. They're fucking killing it. When you guys listen to these last two, they're absolutely smashing it. But it's just that little bit of German that just really draws you in, because it's just like, oh my God, that is so cool. So, that's my number 4. All right, and then the number 5 was Roy Orbison, Ooby Dooby.
Wow, wow, wow.
But we're gonna go. I really do. I was struggling to put this on here, but since I have the opportunity, I might as well. Mm-hmm. Jack White has a couple of rockabilly songs. I really do. I considered him rockabilly when he was working with Wanda Jackson.
Mountaineers for sure had a bunch of, I'd consider, rockabilly stuff.
Oh yeah. So I wasn't even going to put this on the list, but I'm going to go ahead and give Jack White a shout out, because he plays all sorts of stuff, but his rockabilly is pretty cool, and it's I'm Shaking.
Yep.
Yeah.
That video is freaking awesome too. That's one of the coolest. That blue suit he's in, and dude, that video is killer, man.
Pretty sure it definitely made our episode, didn't it? That song.
Yeah, it did. I think it was on mine. I think
I can't remember. I know I liked it too. I think we all did.
Oh yeah.
That song gets it. He could probably rap. I don't know.
I can see. Well, yeah. If you, oh God, what is that song about the Catholic dude?
He's got somewhere he spits. I agree.
Archbishop, somebody. That one.
He's a better screamer.
Yeah. Yeah. He can do everything.
Well, I seen a meme right before we got on that I interpret a good music taste with high intellectual intelligence, and I kind of agree. Yeah. You know, if you're only into one style of music and you're like, this is the only thing and everything else sucks, then I'm just like, get out of here. I ain't trusting you on nothing. Wouldn't trust you to change my windshield wiper fluid.
I can confirm the Chuck Berry hot tub stories. So
what did he do?
He recorded a bunch of women and
we probably don't want to
got in trouble. And then there's one really raunchy one where he's doing some real not sexy Chuck Berry stuff. So
what?
I thought it was bathrooms. So
well, I think there's some involvement in that as well. Yeah. But in '94, a class action lawsuit was. I'm sorry, I did. That's why I had to do the research. But I did the research, and I said I was gonna, and I didn't want to end the show this way. But yeah, come to find out, a lot of power, a lot of money, and some people become a little bit creepy.
Yeah. I think I looked at
his famous song was "My Ding-a-ling," and he was
exactly
girls too.
Yeah, that was there was a bunch of
it was a lot.
Like I said, he was just a little bit before that craze of the Elvis and the rockabilly came. He was like 50. He started in 52, so 52 to 55 was his early years where he was honing those sounds, and then of course, that's probably where Carl Perkins and all the artists that were honing it got it. But there is such a gray area. What?
Metal music can't have to. Oh my God! What if there was a piano with metal
in there for that? So then Josh said, Josh, you say there. I'll just put it back up. Josh, you say metal music can't have keyboards.
When did I say that?
I don't know. I thought it was funny, and then I agree with him because zoo music is the only genre. So I mean, that's something we can truly agree on.
Gotta go kazoo or go home.
Well, he played doesn't he play like the washboard or something in a band too?
Yeah, he plays the washboard.
Okay,
I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! I think he made a washboard appearance on Square Genitalia.
He also has square genitalia, so that's weird how that works.
Ooby dooby. Ooby dooby.
We stayed on the tracks too long tonight. We had to come off. Sorry.
All right. So next week, I'm thinking we haven't done a year in a while.
Okay, I'm down.
There was I forgot. So never mind. I might have written it down somewhere. I was talking to somebody and they had said something, and then I was like, that would be a good show idea, but I forgot what. But it's amazing.
I do want to mention a couple other real good rockabilly names. Bebo and the Good Time Army. Let the Fun Begin. The Atomic Fireballs, Man with a Hex. That one was hard to not use.
The Red Elvises, I about used that just so I could poke a little more at Elvis. Carl Perkins should be king.
Yeah, that album
actually, there should be
that I had up was, I mean, he basically looks like Elvis just copied his image too, but again just was better at it.
Well, like I said, they all came up at Sun Records with Johnny Cash. Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Elvis were running around. So Cash even had a couple rockabilly songs.
Yeah,
but I would not consider him a rockabilly artist at all. But yeah, do we want to?
Yeah, we can do a year.
We'll talk afterwards and we'll pick the years and then we'll do a poll.
Okay.
You guys can pick 3 years. I'm not picking a year. How about that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw something in the background and
squirrels. I pulled my first carrot today. That was pretty fun to test carrot. Everything else is dying. Vacation was amazing. Oh, I want to move to Colorado so bad. We spent 4 days in Manitou, and then on the way home, cruised down through New Mexico and stayed in Amarillo. Amarillo is just a Dodge City with a bow. It's stinky. It's small. Hotel we stayed in was way overpriced, but pretty cool. I promised the kid that was my counter for Roswell because I didn't want to go to Roswell because I didn't really want to. We went to New Mexico just to get Mexico off her list. And then came home, and it was a good trip. The car made it. We got up to leave that morning. This was 2 Fridays ago, and something like that. It feels my lifetime already. But we got up to leave on Friday. Told Ma bye. Garage door went down. I'm like, kid, are you ready? Pushed the button and nothing.
Yeah.
Immediately kind of melt down, but then I'm like, well, I got $600 worth of book. I got to get my ass to Colorado. And so just switched in to tear this. I end up having to put a new battery in the car. And it's not as simple as just take the cables off, pull the battery out. You got to take half the fucking car apart to get to the battery. Option 1, the right way to do it, I had to pull the windshield wipers off and then a plate and some other shit. And I'm like, that sounds dumb because I need, to get the wipers off, you got to get, and I'm not talking about just the blades off, the whole arms. You gotta have a puller. I'm pretty sure in my garage I had a puller, but I'm like, I was not about to start hunting for a puller. So I found an alternative, which I didn't need a puller. I still had to pull half the car apart. I fought it, struggled it, may or may not have broken something. I can't verify for sure because I never found the piece that was broken. I think the asshole that took it off before, which may or may not have been me, broke it then. But so got the new battery in, started. But the whole trip I was kind of, leery of like, is it gonna start? Is it gonna start? But Pikes Peak, I don't know, it's cool, but I don't know if any of you guys have been up to Pikes Peak.
I have. I was young.
Cold, nothing really up there. I mean, it's a good view. We took a cog rail train up there, hour 30 minutes, hour 45-minute ride up. And I mean, it was cool, but it was cramped. They have you crammed in there like sardines. There's no room. And then, up there at the top of the mountain, I figured it would be closer to the sun. It would be warmer. I don't understand why this logic doesn't apply, but it is cold. There was ice. It was 40 degrees. Me and the kid were in shorts and t-shirts. And we're like, I'm kind of like looking like everybody's got coats, like winter coats and jackets. I'm like, what they're doing. And then we get seated and they're like, hey, last chance to get a jacket. And the kid's looking at me like, you told me to take my pants, because she had pants on and wanted to wear shorts. And I was like, yeah, it should be the same up. It should be the same up there as is down here.
It is not.
I was wrong.
Mountains are, definitely colder on mountains.
I still don't understand the logic, but it's closer to the sun.
It's not that much. Yeah. There's, you're right.
It's 14,000 feet is Pikes Peak's 14,400 something. So I think Kansas we're here like 1,000 or something elevation. So it's a lot higher than it is here. But beautiful, fun, loved it. Someday I would like to call it home for a little bit. I don't know. I kind of want to live like everywhere for a year. I mean, I don't probably have that much time left in me, but to live everywhere for a year, but everywhere I want to live. There are certain places I wouldn't want to live. Scandinavia, I don't think I'd want to live there.
That'd be super cold.
Alaska, I think I'll pass.
It's because the air pressure is so low, the higher you get, the temperature goes down. Somebody else asked your question, why is it colder on top of a mountain if you're closer to the sun?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a logical rhetorical question, but I mean, I think everybody knows that snow's on top of mountains longer.
Oh, so there was snow. There was still snow, and like I said, it was ice.
Colder or warm, but again,
it doesn't make sense to me. Molecules,
but you're
molecules.
I mean, you know that like snow is typically on mountains. Why would it not melt off there faster than the ground? Because it's closer up, but it gets more of it. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, Mountain Talk with Coach and Jock.
Yeah. So I don't have a picture for that. I still got the Garden Talk one, but
oh my God, my tomatoes! The tomato you gave me is insane. Like that motherfucker is gross. I already said the word all the way. I don't know why I said so. And then my lemon plant, like my lemon tomato, I was worried that it probably wasn't even gonna make it, and it's getting bigger. So, and then I just used some basil a couple of days ago, so that was pretty cool. I put it in my spaghetti, and then I still don't know what I'm gonna do with my Brussels sprouts. I'm probably just gonna let them die again. But I'm trying.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to wait for them to get like super tall, and then you like cut the Brussels sprouts off of them, but you can eat the leaves too. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the sprouts yet. I got carrots. Half my crop is gone. I mean, I lost. It was a learning year, but you know, live and learn. It's still fun. All right, we're gonna pick a year after we get off of here, and we will be back next week unless I move far away.
Well, but even then, I mean, you still, unless you are moving. I mean, again, it's all done over the internet. So even if you move far away, we could still do Mountain Talk live.
Mountain Talk live from the top of the mountain.
It wouldn't even be an issue. You know, I've already got a thing back there. You can't see all of it, but it's Mountain Talk. So you know, it's fine. We can cover it if you move on a mountain. We'll be fine.
I think so. It used to be deserts. Now I like mountains. I don't know why. But all right.
Beaches still. Beaches, like sandy beaches.
I used to, like I said, I don't know. I don't like sand in my vagina for some reason. So
that's the only place I want it.
I got sandy, but
new hit song by Sontia and the Sandy Vaginas.
That's what
that's your rockabilly name. All right, we're gonna get off here before we get kicked off of here.